¿Qué onda, vatos? Thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. So let's take a look at this temperature dipstick that I just got from Harley Davidson, and it's something that I've been wondering, is my engine really running that hot? Because of course I have the Dynojet Power Vision 3, which, you know, it gives me a reading. You could set this up to any way you like. I have my vehicle speed, miles per hour, I have my RPM, my volts, just to see, you know, how the battery's doing, see if there's anything, you know, like if there's any other issues or any problems. That's why I typically have the volts. And then you can see it over here on the bottom right, we have engine temp, ET. That's engine temp. That's, you know, that's, I have it set to Fahrenheit. So I was riding, you know, I ride pretty much year round, so my engine temp was at it was at 420 you know, Fahrenheit, which is a lot. It's, you know, it's a lot considering that oil doesn't basically doesn't lubricate as it should be once it gets that hot. So we have Harley's oil dipstick right here. I just got it. I believe it's like 60 bucks. But we can see that the temperature's way off. Now, on the forums and on the internet, they claim that this reading is accurate, but supposedly it's your rear cylinder. I'm not too sure where we get this reading. Now, you could you actually have a few different temperature readings on this tuner. I really like this tuner, right? I really like it. Now, they also have another temperature reading at the intake, and supposedly this is the engine temp. So you can see that we're at 280, but my oil is sitting at about 100 Fahrenheit. So I just started it maybe about 5 minutes ago, so I'm not too sure if this is accurate because of, you know, where the oil is sitting. Maybe it hasn't fully circulated the oil, but I mean, if this is correct, that puts my mind at ease a little bit more, knowing that this reading during the summertime, triple digits, we're hitting at about 400 and 410 on the temperature, or yeah, it was about 410, 420, depending on how fast you're going. So I was riding down to Morgan Hill, and I was doing about 90. I was doing high speeds, and of course you have a 5-speed on the Sportsters. You have a 5-speed, so there's no downshift, you know, there's no upshifting after that. So if you're running it at 90 miles per hour, or, you know, high speeds, of course you're running at a higher RPM because the engine's, you know, working more. So I mean, if this thing had 6 speeds, kind of like the Big V twins, you wouldn't have to worry about that too much. So it's just, you know, watching videos, watching, you know, overheating issues with Harleys, and knowing that oil works, or its peak performance is around, what is it, 100 or 180 to 240 degrees. And if you're running your oil at 430, then you're pretty much cooking up the engine. There's no cooling. It's not lubricating the molecules, you know, the science. I typically run fully synthetic all the time, and on my vehicles and on my bikes. That's all I run, fully synthetic. So knowing that I was hitting 430, 420, you know, that's dangerous for the engine, you know, for its life. But Evils have been designed like this for years. Well, for the last 20-30 years, they've had this Evil engine. So we know that the engines can take it. Of course, like I said, I've been looking at forums, and people always mention, hey, don't worry if it's running, you know, around 400. They're typically, they can handle that temperature. But I mean, like I said, and then of course I looked into a lot of videos. I looked at DK Customs. They had a video on that as well. They have quite a few videos, and it's very, very informative seeing this. So this is why I went ahead and I bought myself a let me speed up. This is why I went ahead and I bought myself a oil cooler. So I got myself an oil cooler from Jegs. Yeah, I believe it's Jegs. Got it on sale on what was it, last month. I just haven't had time to install it, but this is pretty much the control. So I'm just gonna be running this for a little bit more, see where it likes to sit at, because I know, you know, this is already telling me 320 degrees, and that's already too hot for oil. But this is typically the temperature that I run it at. 320, depending on the temperature. Of course, it's cool, it's raining, you guys can see the roads are wet. So typically 320 to 380, that's usually what my reading or my engine runs at.
6.5 hours later.
Checking back in again, we are now at 352. I don't think it's gonna get any hotter than that. And on the temperature reading, we are at 150, right below it. All right, so if you're out there and you're wondering, man, is my bike really running that hot on the Power Vision, keep in mind it's about 200 degrees off. Engine temp ET Fahrenheit 352. The actual temperature of the oil, it's at 150. So there you have it. Now you can be a little bit more at ease knowing that your oil's not running that hot. For 60 bucks, I think it's worth, you know, seeing your actual engine temp in case you're out there. I mean, like I said, if you're running triple degree weather, which you know, which I do, I like to be able to see. And of course you could always slow down, but now I know that it's about 200 degrees off. It's 150, 352. So we know, like I said, after calculating that, now we know that we were running at 240 degrees you know, summertime, last summer, when I was doing, of course, you know, high speeds. So you guys stay out there, stay safe, don't believe everything you read. Last risk, get out there and ride. Later.
6.5 hours later.
So we managed to get it a little bit warmer. I already signed off, but 378. We are now sitting at 160, maybe 160. So we're close. Like I said, yeah, we're about 200 degrees off. So on the oil temp, we're at 160-ish. Up here, we're at 378. So we're pretty close. And that gives you an idea, you know, if you have the Power Vision, the Dynojet, if you have that on your bike and you're wondering, man, is my bike running that hot? You know, 380 degrees, which is already pretty much too hot for oil. Now you know. Okay, hopefully that helps. Stay out there, stay safe. Later.